Hello, beloved one. Khaomotseme here, the intimacy and income alchemist, the one and only human MRI psychic surgeon. And today I just wanted to be here and have a conversation with you about relationships. And as I always say, we are relational beings, right? So I have had conversations with different people, and I always find it interesting when you are fighting to keep your limitations, you are fighting to keep your imprints, yet they're costing you an expansive relationship that you desire at the core. Because what I often hear is, but my father loved me. He treated me like I was a princess. Yeah, we don't doubt that, right? We don't doubt that. He loved you. But how did he treat your mother? Was he emotionally available? Because at times, even when you're talking about love, here's the thing. Some of you, what you call love is the father who worked hard to provide. What you call love is the father who gave you whatever you needed. And you confuse that with love. And then, but when you look at your relationships, you are not fulfilled with what you experienced. So you get to go back there. What is it that you experienced? What is it that you witnessed? How was your mother treated? Because she may have been the one who was present with you, right? While your father was running around, while your father was busy drinking, while your father was busy cheating, your mother was present. But what emotional state was he in? Did he feel supported? Did she feel supported? Did she feel empowered? You get to look at these things. And one of the interesting things, one of the conversations that I had with an amazing man was what I feel when he was sharing his experience was I never dated or women who were like my mother. And he has this thing of my father was providing, but somehow my mother did not have the emotional capacity to deal with whatever that was happening. My father had business, but somehow my mother could not help him, right? And one question that I asked him was, have you ever, because he's just looking at the emotional pain that his mother went through. He's looking at the, what do you call it? The stress, there is a word for it. I can't remember it right now. And everything with his mother being sick, with his mother not being able to even make a choice and say, I'm going to move out and be somewhere with my children. Why? Because he had to depend on the father who was emotionally unavailable, the father who was busy cheating, and the mother who did not have the capacity for all of that. Now it's kind of like, I don't want anyone who was like, I'm looking for an independent woman. Does that solve the problem? It doesn't. It may be an independent woman who has what she has, as in like all the achievement and all the material stuff and all that. But at the end of the day, you may still be chasing a different kind of emotional unavailability. And then a part of you is still looking for something outside of you. Because this whole father wound and mother wound, it doesn't only affect women only. It's just that we experience it differently. Because what I realized with most men, some, they go ahead and repeat the same shit that they didn't like as children because we are men. You saw your father doing it, so you fucking doing it. And then you turn around and you know, I'm going to do everything for my children. But what you are not willing for your children is heal. What you are not doing for your children is treat their mother better. Because that's the emotional home, basically. Often as children, we're looking up to our mother. We expect our mothers to be there emotionally. And we don't look at the pain that our father puts them through. So when you're looking at your relationships, when you're busy wearing the crown of my father loved me, ask yourself, what kind of love are you talking about? And is that what your soul really desires? Is that expansive for your soul? Because it's another thing. It's your father loved you, he gave you money. Now you meet or attract the same kind of men who are present for you, who give you the money, who like they're just there externally, but emotionally they're not present. And yes, you can blame them. You can blame them. Something is wrong. But at the end of the day, it does not resolve the situation. If it all sitting together as women and complaining and blaming was solving problems, it would have solved a lot of problems. The question is, how emotionally available are you to yourself? How mentally available are you to yourself? What are you saying no to? What chains are you breaking? Or what are you passing on? Because if you don't, as a woman, you're listening to me, if you don't work on those wounds, they're going to create the same kind of resentment that I'm talking about from this man who's like, I don't want any woman who's like my mother. Not realizing that the father that he is busy praising is the one who contributed to those wounds by cheating with his business partner. Right? And some of you, the money blocks that you are experiencing, it's not just a money block. It's because you hate that the money that your father was busy chasing, the money that your father made, the woman that your father cheated your mother with, it's still like at the core of it, it's like it's money. So you hate the money. It's unconscious. But at the end of the day, it's the ceiling that you're experiencing in your business. You hate that it took away the home that you desired. It took away the love that should have been there for you. You hate that your parents were busy working while all you needed was for them to be present for you. And this is what I talk about when I talk about soul confidence. It's going back there and working on the wounds, the perceptions that this child has created, right? So that you can feel safe in your body to bring in the wealth, the love that you are here to experience, because you cannot create that if your inner child is still holding into what has happened. If your inner child is still interpreting money as something that took away something from them. If your inner child is still afraid that if you get to have more, then you're going to be controlling like your father was. So you're going to look at these wounds. And this is what I do in the experience, our one-on-one, where we get to go deep and release this imprint so that we can align with your wealth and love blueprint. Because right now, the hustle, the hard work, the burnout and everything, you are creating from the templates that you inherited. And that's not what you are here to experience, baby. But the question is, are you willing to do the work? So I just came here to have this short conversation with you. And if you're really interested in going deep and clearing these wounds, hit me up and I'll send you a link for the experience. I gotta go because it's drizzling, it's raining. So yeah. If you want to dive deep, I'm available for you. It's your moment. It's your time to break the chains, because what you don't heal, you repeat. So it's your time to break free from all these imprints. You may have experienced that, you may have witnessed that, but you are not here to continue creating and experiencing and repeating the pain that your parents repeated. You are not here to pass on the pain that you and your siblings experience. You love your children so much for you to break the children. Because legacy is not just about the finances and everything. It's about the emotional capacity. It's about the mental capacity. What are you creating? What what environment are you creating for your children? When they look at you and they say, I want what my mother experienced, what is that? Right? Because at times they want, oh, until death do you part. Because I saw my mother with my father. And what they're talking about is they're talking about the pain that you never worked on. And what they're talking about is they're talking about what you endured, right? So sometimes when you are sitting there and taking all the crap and complaining, crying and getting sick and all that, you are creating a template for your children. And I bet you don't want that for your children. So you better be clear with what you are willing to pass on. You better be clear with what you are willing to pass on. And if you are here on my page listening to this, I know you are meant for more. I know there is something within you that is calling forth. There is something that is yet to be born through you. I know your soul is not happy because there is more that you are here to experience, but you got to create the capacity. This is what I talk about when I say you get to release the emotional pain and the sexual shame, that keeps you in limitation so that you can unlock the capacity for the wealth and the love that you are meant to experience. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because you cannot create more when you don't have the capacity for it. So you better release that. And this is what we do. So send me a DM and let's have a conversation so that you can unlock the capacity for the love and wealth that your soul truly desires. Much love.